There's a high probability of this being a bust, but this is the Russell House at the University of South Carolina campus, and they do have a theater in there for the students. It's been quite some time since I have been in it, and I'm not certain exactly how often it is operating currently, but we will head up to where it's at and see if by some miracle the doors are available to peek into it. Fortunately, it looks like we will at least be able to get inside of the Russell House here. It is still summer break, and I was a little bit concerned that it would be closed completely, but it is not. And these are the doors. Like I said, I am fairly certain they're going to be locked, but they're not. So you can't. Looks like they're doing some work in here. They'll probably kick me out in short order. It looks more like a classroom than a real auditorium. It does have theater style speakers on the sides and kind of small but adequate screen that is used by Carolina Productions, or at least it has been in the past. That porthole is covered up though, so that does bring some concern to my life, but it looks like we do have a projector that's just kind of out there, not in a booth anymore. And that was lost in remodeling. I'm 100% certain how one would even get up there to operate it. We've got some other standard AV equipment over here on the side. Anyway, I don't want to linger too long here because obviously it looks like they've got it open for maintenance purposes, but I did want to catch a short video. A couple final notes on the Russell House Theater that I checked out there at the end. I saw a couple good movies there when I was in undergrad. I did not actually go nearly as much as I ought to have for various reasons, just kind of related to how I spent my free time during my college days. But the best movie that I saw there was my favorite movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It was so good that I went back the next night to watch it again. It was very nice at the theater though. What I liked was that the tickets were free typically, and you didn't even really need to reserve them unless it was a specialty showing. I didn't go to it myself, but I remember that when like Domino was coming out with Keira Knightley, that they had a special screening before it was in regular release, kind of, I guess, a screener or a preview or whatever you want to call it. And the line for that was insane, rapping all out the building in all kinds of ways like that. But typically, you could just go in and get a seat without any problems. Another film I saw there was the French film The Dreamers, which I did not enjoy as much as some other people did, but it was certainly interesting and it's kind of stuck with me over time. I am not 100% certain if they're still regularly showing films there. It would not be happening currently because the semester's not in, but I sent a contact question out to them, and I will either post it in the description or add a little bit something to the video depending on if or when I hear back to know. I know that tastes have kind of changed, and I think that they do a lot of streaming offerings now, and kind of, I think, focus their Carolina production stuff on other areas. If you were curious where I'm walking, this is the University of South Carolina Horseshoe. This is right by the old campus. It is dates back to the 1800s, and I lived right here for most of the time that I was in school. I'm capping off my trip by going right up here across the street from campus to the sandwich shop Beezer's and getting myself a little bit of late, well-deserved lunch after walking around town in this almost 100-degree heat all afternoon. So thank you guys for sticking around. I'm sorry that we didn't get to see some things that I had hoped in regards to projection, but I was really excited that I was able to get a chance to tour the Nick and get to show you guys a couple of the places that I had seen the films back when I was in college. Thank you very much, and this was actually going to be the complete closeout of my series on Columbia theaters, because I have seen them all now, unless I can find some way or excuse to go into the small twin theater that supposedly exists on the military base, but I've never seen or really have any access to. So barring that, I think we're done with this, but I'm going to keep the series up. I'm going to try to keep showing theaters as I travel around, and I've got several down in Augusta where my family's from that I haven't done yet, so I'm hoping to get those up here in the next couple months. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support.